Let's see the demo of how to assign an Elastic IP to the instances. I just started one of the instances in my AWS Console. You can see here, this is the public IP and this is the private IP. I'm just going to connect this instance using public IP. So as soon as you connect, it will connect with public IP, and you can see the private IP here. It connected to the private IP since it is Amazon private network. Private IP for this instance is 172.31.93.150. So connected with private IP. So the concept is Elastic IP is public IP dedicatedly assigned to the instance. So I'm going to create Elastic IP for this instance and assign to this instance. So click on Elastic IP in the bottom. Allocate Elastic IP. Here you can allocate. So this is the IP, Elastic IP generated by AWS. So you can assign this IP to your instance. Allocate Elastic IP address. So it's asking to assign to instance or network interface. I'm going to select instance here. So I'm going to assign this to my web server. IP address is private IP address. This is the current private IP address of this instance. Associate. So this Elastic IP associated to the instance. Here you can go to instances and refresh. You can see the Elastic IP assigned to this instance, so it will not get assigned to any other instance. So the public IP, Elastic public IP, it will not get changed. It is dedicatedly assigned to this instance. I'm going to stop this instance. Let's see how it works. So every time when you stop and start the instance, the public IP will get changed. But when you dedicatedly assign Elastic IP to the instance, it will not get changed. So I'm going to stop this instance now. This is the one. Okay, we stopped the instance. I'm going to start the instance again. Okay, just initiating the initializing status, means it's still starting the instance. Okay, it's running now. So now you can see the Elastic IP. We are still, you can see the same Elastic IP to 5480, 42 and 235. So you can check here. for 80.42.235. This is a dedicated IP assigned to the instance. So if you connect to this instance, so it will automatically take your Elastic IP. It will connect through your public Elastic IP, and it will assign your private IP here. And private IP remains same, only the Elastic IP. Public IP will not get changed since we assign the dedicated IP to the instance. So we are done with that. So I'm going to Amazon will charge more if you assign a dedicated Elastic IP to the instance. So I'm going to disassociate this IP. And I'm going to release this Elastic IP address. You'll not see anything here. So go to instance now. Go off. Let's see. The Elastic is no longer available here. This is how you have to assign an Elastic IP to the instance.